Hi guys, Norm with you again, and this is my old Humax is it PVR-9300T, I think, yep. And this is just like a hard drive recorder, and it was used for recording sort of TV stuff and everything. And I basically only use it now for sort of playing back stuff that was recorded sort of years ago, and really, it's not needed anymore because I have actually extracted all the programs off of it. But it is handy sometimes just to put this on and watch something from this. But I noticed it was getting very slow and sluggish. And so the first thing you do, you think, well, the capacitors. So I looked at the power supply capacitors over here, and these three, they all look okay. But I touched these and they were absolutely red hot, roasting. You couldn't actually put your finger on them. They were that hot, absolutely scorching red hot. And so I was thinking, well, was that heat coming from this heat sink? Or is there something wrong with the capacitors? Well, I did a quick resistance test on these capacitors and they're not shorted. So I don't know how they were so hot, really. So the idea today is to replace these. And I did think about putting a piece of like heat shield in between here, and that would probably work. Then the other idea I had, because the new capacitors I bought are slightly bigger as well, I'm going to actually put them on wires and hang them up over here. And so they'll be away from that heatsink then. This capacitor was a little bit warm, but nothing like these two. These two were red hot. Absolutely, you couldn't keep your finger on them. So that's what we'll be doing today, is uh, taking this out to the bench, this power supply, and replacing these capacitors. And then we'll put it all back in, fire it up, see if it works. I mean, I suppose the thing to check as well is that the fan still works. I know when I first got this box, the fan didn't work, and you can see a bodge here, or a kind of bodge modification. If I can turn the phone around to it, yeah, does look like a bit of a bodge, but that was what I done at the time to get the fan going, and the fans have been working great ever since. I mean, it may be that they failed now, and maybe that's why it was getting so hot. But I mean, I've never, in all the years of doing electronics, I've never actually physically felt a capacitor that was red hot. Actually, you couldn't keep your finger on it. So anyway, let's now get these out to get this power supply out. I've already took it out, of course. Let's get this over to the bench and put the new capacitors in. Okay, so as we can see, the bench is a right mess. So before I can actually look at that power supply, I'm going to have to straighten the bench up. So here is one of the new capacitors. As we can see, quite a bit larger than the original ones. Um, they are only 16 volt, these are 25, and these two are wired in parallel. So we'll be doing that. Then this one will be fit straight in, and that will fit in there quite nicely. And these are all, of course, 105-degree capacitors. Hopefully the ones that are in there already are 105, but who knows? They were certainly very, very hot. So let's get them out. They've been glued in as well, have they? No? There's one. Let's get the other one. Battery's getting a bit low in this tester. Again, not entirely bad, that one. So why were these getting so damn hot? Must be because of that heatsink. So we will have to investigate the fan. I think this will be fine. Just get some solder on there nicely and some on there. Beautiful. Right, that's got it. Good. Okay, so here is the paralleled capacitors now. Not looking completely the best, but still this is looking quite nice. Fully insulated and isolated. And that's not going to shorten anything, so that's good. So all I've got to do now is, yeah, because they will be sitting about there on the board, so they'll come out like that. Okay, it's got them in there nicely. Wow, stay, stay, I say. Right, lovely. Yeah, I mean, it looks a bit of a mess hanging off the side there, but it keeps it well away from the heatsink, and you see that's the main thing. Okay, so here is the unit. Just put a couple of screws in. Well, it's only 3 screws for the entire thing, so just put them all in. Alrighty, that's in. Now we got the mains power which plugs in here. Clip and switch fits in there. But right, so now we need to really see what this thing's doing now. Is the fan working is the thing? Because was this all caused by that fan modification bodge? I can't rightly remember what that was about. I think it's because the two transistors that actually run the fan on the board were bad. And so that was a way of getting it working without having the fan running full blast all the time. I don't remember. I done that so many years ago. Right, so where's the display here? Let's turn this light off. And it should go after a little while. It should go to a time display. So let's see. Turn it on. No, obviously not on at the back. On. Oh, there we are, 9300T. When this boots, we should get a time display on the window. Or 4 blank dashes. Yeah, time display. Perfect. And it didn't take half an hour to get there. Right, let's see if the fan will now start on its own. It's not actually on yet. See, it's like the fan is trying to start. Right, we're on now, and the fan is not going. Right, so that tells me I need to read one of these transistors has gone bad over here. If I give this a spin now, help it get going. Yes. Right, so the problem then is the same as the original problem. Why I put this bodge in. This bodge was to solve that very problem. Okay, well it still looks a bit of a mess. I have now rebuilt that little two transistor circuit, and yeah, we'll see if it works. Let's now plug in, power on, come on, okay, and there it goes, spinning up by itself. We're just in the boot up phase at the minute. I'm suspecting that will stop again, and then we'll get going again. I'm going to normal mode. Will it not? No? Okay, now it's stopped. We are now in standby. Right, so let's now press this. Right, there it goes. Superb. And we're now booting up into run mode. Come on. Yep, fan is spinning lovely. And we're now into run mode. Yep, so that is working fine. So with that fan not working, this heatsink obviously got way too hot, and that's what overheated the capacitors. Oh well, thanks for watching guys. Cheers for now.